And realised that my top half was half hanging out. Very quickly a fire smell has begun, but we have a fire break which is like this. Hey Stevie Nicks. Little Lammy's getting sunburnt ears, so we've been putting sunscreen on. I bought some green capsicum. Guys, welcome back to another video. This one I'm making very spontaneously because it is currently a heat warning here in the wheat belt, right where we live. It is 38-40 degrees in spring. I've had warnings on my phone all, let me have a look whose truck that is. Sorry, I'm just looking at whose that is, but it's just a harvest truck, making sure it's not a fire truck because we've had warnings on our phone all day that it's so hot. Been making sure that the chickens are looked after, putting the sprinklers on and making sure the lambs and everything are good. But just went to pick Tilly up from school and come home, and very quickly a fire smell has begun. There is smoke everywhere behind me. You cannot see the sky that side, but behind me here you can see the nice blue sky. So I've looked on the fire website, the app, sorry, and we sort of have an app here where you can go on there, see where you're located and find the reported fires in that area. There is one sort of around here, but sorry, the flies are so sticky. I don't think that's the fire. I don't think it's been reported yet. Tilly's behind me here. She's feeding the little lamb, Boomerang. She's been doing that every morning, but I was just saying to her that she's to be very careful. I just need to pop something on the ground because he's very forceful with it, and then he gets a load of milk on his face, and then I'll show you what he looks like because of the amount of milk on his face. So he's filthy because of, as you guys know, we get a lot of dust. Look at all the dust around. When it's windy, that's the smoke, by the way, at the moment. So Tilly's been doing that in the morning at 6:30 every morning, and then at 3:30 after school, which is amazing. She gets a little bit of pocket money for it. These guys are going good. We made sure they got lots of shade. Hi. I did have an... Oh, say hello. Do you want to say hi again? Because we missed it. Oh, you got a little cut on you. Hi. I picked you up an ice cream after school because it was so hot, hey?
I got one, but I finished mine.
Yeah, you got one, but you finished it.
I'm finished.
Oh, you're finished too. We need to pop that in the bin. But Riley doesn't go to school. He just came to pick Tilly up from school. This week I had an issue with these two lambs. They started some feed pretty quickly. You would have seen in the last video I gave them a tiny bit of hard feed in a blue bucket, which is down here. And yeah, they bloated right up, and apparently according to Google 75% of lambs that bloat up, or sheep that bloat up, do not survive. So I went in to work my witchy magic. So basically I mixed bicarb soda and water and syringed it together and squirted it down their gobs every 2-3 hours for a whole...
There's a bee on your back.
I'll just flick it off.
Oh, now it's gone.
Oh, I could feel it. There's a bee buzzing around, probably trying to escape that fire. Anyway, somehow I worked my magic and thank God they survived. I will insert maybe a little bit of footage here or over the top of this somewhere. I'm not sure if it's good quality because I shot it on my phone. Maggie's doing well. We normally leave her out in the dog kennel when I go pick up Tilly from school, but because it's so hot she got to lay in the aircon today inside. It's harvest at the moment, which means we've got big harvest trucks coming up to the side of our property trying to get over to their farm. There's a farm at the back of us, so yeah, that means a lot of dust. Look at all that dust. Alright, my dad's currently been digging. He's got someone here doing electrical work. That's why my house or back front yard is all dug up. That's for another video, but yeah, I'm going down to, I'm hoping I've got my mic on. This wind's really picked up, so I'm going to go down here, watch for snakes in my very un-country footwear, thongs. Well, depends what country you're from, I guess. In Australia it's perfectly acceptable to wear thongs around because we're stupid and don't think about snakes. But I've got some frozen corn here for the chooks. You guys would have seen my previous video revealing My chicken coop tour, it's fully finished, so if you haven't seen that, go check it out. Previous one before this video.
Let's see if there's
What's the number
more.
one rule when you walk in there?
Look for snakes.
Look
and
for
bobtails.
snakes and bobtails. Bobtails aren't so bad, but look for snakes before you walk in and commit to that door closing. So let's go in. Do you want to feed them this? Throw them some corn on the floor. Just on the floor, not in their little feeder. All over, spread it out. Good boy, that's frozen corn, so it will be a bit of a treat for them. Riley's the chicken boy. The chicken whisperer. He comes out a couple of times a day, asks if we can check if there's any more eggs. We've already had 2 today. Are they liking it?
My one eats it.
Which one's yours? This one?
Yeah, it ate some.
That's Diamond, isn't it? We also have a sprinkler here, but it was up on the roof up here, and I'm about to put it back on. I did soak the floor before we left to pick Tilly up from school, but it has all absorbed. And they absolutely love the sprinkler. They normally lay down in here while it's all wet. They're currently all fighting over a broccoli over there. Hey Stevie Nicks. That black one there's Stevie Nicks. Come on, let's go out.
That one was scared of me.
Okay, so how do I get this sprinkler up there? I throw it. You can play the iPad for a little bit, yes you can, since you haven't been on it much today. So I throw it on up there. Connor did have it tied up there, but I use the sprinkler for other areas throughout the day, so we just do that, and I only leave the sprinkler on for like 5 minutes because the floor just gets absolutely drenched, makes puddles. So chooks will be very happy in a few seconds. Turn it on. If you're new to hoses like this, if it's straight up and down, that means the water's coming out. If it's straight across, it means it's closed, just in case you don't know this stuff. So the hose is on, which means the sprinkler's on. You right, Maggie Moo? So there we go. This white one is the one that loves the water the most. I'm going to say it's an Aquarius. Very, very water baby, that one. And yeah, it just soaks that side, and then any that don't want water, they've still got this side that they can chill out on. Oh, I'm getting wet now. Oh, that wind's blowing so strong, which is not good. I can feel the sprinkler from here, but it's not good with that fire. We get very, 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 very bad fires here in Australia because obviously it's so dry here, so hot, and then we get big storms during the summer. It's not even summer yet, it's spring, but we get massive big thunderstorms, lightning storms, so they then they hit the ground, cause a fire. We also get movement and harvest bans. I cannot talk, I really need a drink of water. So I'm just looking up on the app now. I swear there used to be a better app when before I moved to Canada for Australia, for WA. This one is called Fires Near You, and then I've set it to WA. It's not too bad, but I might have to go onto the Facebook page. Yeah, I may have to go onto the Facebook page because that's a little bit more updated live stuff before it gets more on the app. Well, that's what I find anyway. Maggie, come here. Come say hi. Sit down. Sit. Good girl, Maggie. She's been doing so well, considering we haven't actually bought sheep for her to be trained up on. You're really thirsty. She's only been outside. I just let her out the aircon. She was sleeping in the house, and she just runs herself ragged because she's just a kelpie and she's so excited. You got eye boogers again. I think she gets a bit of allergies. She's a bit like me. They say dogs take after their owners. Harley, my border collie I had, who's not with us anymore unfortunately. I had her for 11 years and she had terrible thyroid issues like me. And Maggie gets, I think she gets allergies. She gets a little bit red in the eyes and those disgusting eye boogers, which I do not get. But yeah, I get the chronic sneezing and the shortness of breath. Maggie, come here. We're working on a recall. It is getting way better, but I'm just worried with snakes. So we're working very hard at the moment with the recall because well, if I call her name, she should be coming straight to me. But yeah, I've been having her in around the lambs, around the pen, and I walk around and I say go back or round or here or come, and she's been doing very well, and she does it around the chicken coop. A lot of that's natural instinct. I need to get her to a point where she'll listen first time though. She's pretty good with the back and go round, but the wait and the sit when she's excited, I mean, that'll come. She's only 6 months old. So basically with this heat wave, we're just keeping the animals really as comfortable as possible. This is Australia, remember, so sheep are sheep. They're used to being in the heat, although these are little babies. The little lamb that's bottle fed is getting fed a little bit more milk. He does also have water in there, and he started eating hay with the older ones. The chickens are getting the sprinklers on, extra little feeds of like frozen corn and ice blocks in their water. The kitten and the puppy, Maggie, is and Oreo, are in the house with me with the aircon all day, and then left in there when I go pick Tilly up from school. And that's the extent of our animals at the moment. We are looking at getting a horse, but well, the price of hay and everything at the moment, and it's coming into summer, I don't really want to be spending all that money on a horse and then having to pay all that money on feed straight up. Rather wait to get a horse next year. So that's on hold for a little longer, unfortunately. But our summer's like, I guess, Canadian winter. All equestrians take a little bit of time off. It's a bit too, unless you've got an indoor arena, but it's a bit too cold in Canada over winter to ride, so everyone sort of uses that as a bit of a spell for their horses. In Australia, it happens during our summer. It's just too hot to ride. Unless you've got a dam or a river or something, go down to the beach. Actually, I'll put up a picture of me down the beach with my old horse, Indy. That was so much fun, living near the beach. But alright, let's go check up on the chickens. I might have to turn off that sprinkler, and I'll let you guys in on what we would do if there was a fire close by. Maggie! Good girl. Good girl, Maggie. As you guys can see, the only chook in there, actually there's two, is the white one. And, oh no, there's three in there. But the white one's always guaranteed to be down there. She loves, loves, loves the water. But see how the water's, it's just going into puddles now, so I'm going to turn that off. And then the other ones will come out and they'll dust bathe in the, well, mud bathe in the dirt there. So what would we do if there was a fire? So it's very, very important to have a fire safety plan, especially in Australia where it is so dry. You know, we could be looking at a normal day and then a fire within half an hour coming to your house. You never know. It could be that quick and that sudden. I've lived on farms before where Connor's had to jump into a tractor and grade around a shed. It was very stupid of him because he was very close to the shed, but he was trying to help the farmer out, and unfortunately that shed did go down in flames, which is terrible, but not because of Connor. I'm trying to escape the wind, and I just checked my footage and it seems that the mic's doing a good job, so that's great. What is it? It's a Rode mic, so shout out to Rode. And my face is looking very red. It's just the way I go in the heat. I'm just a beetroot face. When I used to play netball when I was a kid, I'd be pretty fit, but I would always just go so red from the running. Anyway, we always have a firefighting unit set up. If you don't know what that is, I'll insert some footage of what our one is. It's not massive. It's just something that's always set up just in case. And when I say by set up is, what I mean by set up is it's always filled with water, the pump's ready to go, and we just have to basically hitch it onto the back of the car or the tractor or whatever and go, basically, and point it at the fire. And obviously the first port of call would be to call the fire brigade, and we have a country fire service around here, and I was going to volunteer this year. I did mention that in a previous video, but it looks like it's going to have to be probably next year because this is their busy time. They obviously have to train you up, and well, I'm not going to be able to find the time to volunteer this summer. I'm hoping next summer that I will be able to though. You may be able to see behind me here this it's a fire break, but it's also our road or footpath or whatever, I don't know what you'd call it. We drive on it on the farm, but we have a fire break which is like this, where it's a couple of meters wide the whole way around the whole property, on the boundary. So that has to be done legally in Australia. If not, the Shire can charge you, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but it's basically so if there is a fire, you've got a bit of a break before it can get to the other side of the break. In saying that, if it's bloody hot, there's strong winds, and you got big gum trees or whatever, these are not gum trees, we got white gums here and stuff, they're full of eucalyptus oil and oils, so if they go up, it's very much like Canada with your pine trees, they're basically, it just fuels the fire. But yeah, it just keeps the longer grasses down on the sides of the boundary of the property. So we have that as a backup. We've got the fire unit, you got the country fire service, and obviously the big bombers of the aeroplanes and stuff that are from Perth. We also have in place obviously bans for you're not allowed to have a fire this time of year, which why would you? You wouldn't anyway. Not allowed to be using the grinder or the chainsaw or what else? You're not allowed to be welding or things like that when it's a fire ban on, and if you are and you're allowed to, there's no ban on, you should be doing it in like a shed or somewhere where it's got concrete floor, not around any grass that's going to catch on fire, because like I said, it's so dry and it can happen just so bloody quickly. The way I try and keep my plants, and I'm sure this is all throughout the world, but try and keep these growing, which it seems like a very impossible task at the moment because of the heat, is to only water very first thing in the morning or at the very end of the sunset night. Unfortunately, it has been an unpredictable spring. It's been very, very hot. It's going to be obviously the heat warning all week, 38, 40 something degrees. Oh, Maggie's barking and that terrifies me. Maggie! Oh shit, there was a snake. Maggie, get back! Oi! Bobtail, another bobtail. If you watch my Instagram, we have so many. Don't go near there, buddy, honey. I'll pop you inside just to keep that guy not stressed. Go inside. Good girl. Good girl, Maggie. So it's good she barked. I don't tell her off for barking because that way she's letting me know that there's a snake. She didn't go near it. Bobtails do not attack you or anything. They're pretty harmless. This guy's probably looking for water, so I'll go grab him some water now. But they do latch on. So if it bit Maggie, there's a good chance that it won't let go for quite some time. I may be a little wrong with that, but I'm pretty certain that they do latch on. So we just don't touch them. You need to make sure that if you're going to move them, I pick them up with a little shovel very gently if I'm going to move them, but I usually don't. I just leave them where they are and tell Maggie not to touch them. And I'm really thankful that she lets me know that they're there, because sometimes they jump scare you and you think it's a snake real quick. So she's doing her job very well. So I'm a little stupid and I leave like a little bucket of water here, which is obviously not filled up right now. And that is so those little bobtails have something to drink, because they come up looking for water. But then Connor's telling me, well, you're basically trying to entice snakes then, which is not wrong. So I'm going to go fill this up now for that little lizard. Oh, it just got drenched. Good one back. I'll take this up here and connect the end of the hose up. I need to set 2 hoses up so I don't have to keep doing this, and I can just disconnect it from up at the top, yeah, where I turn on the tap. Just hasn't happened yet. Maybe Santa will bring me a new hose, hey? Alright, there he is. I'll go give him a little drink. There you go, little dude. He's behind there. Okay, so the fire, I've looked up, I've actually got an update, and it's about 30 minutes away. It's just we've got quite a strong wind coming our direction, so it feels and smells like it's right very close, but it's not, obviously. And the wind's sort of changed direction now, and the sky's starting to clear up just a little bit. You can see here, before that was all grey, so that's a good thing for us, but obviously not for the other people because the fire's not out yet. So praying that they're all okay. I can hear that little lizard moving, but I don't think I'm wanting to stay out here in the heat long enough to get it on camera for you guys of it drinking, so we'll see if I get anything. now sunset and the smoke's disappeared, thankfully, so we're all in the clear. The lambs are quite happy that it's time for bed. It's cooling down, and when I say it's cooling down, it's still 32 degrees, maybe even more.
When we were younger, you started on with the look you gave. It spread over and over among us. When we were younger, when we were younger, I had in mind to keep an eye on you. Watch you fill the room without a whisper. When we were younger, and I held my breath, and like it was my last one, but you stared it right in front of us. You stared it right in front of us. When we were younger, we'd sit around to see your point of view. Watch you give an inch and take the moment there. When we were younger.
Alright guys, just a random little clip I'm adding in here from my phone. Little Lammy's getting sunburnt ears, so we've been putting sunscreen on because we're extra. Yeah, he doesn't have any wool on his ears like the other two, and it's been a heat wave this week, so just coming out here to, I've only just woken up, that's why I sound so tired. So yeah, just coming out here now to apply some sunscreen. Smile. Okay, I've just come home from Bunnings. As you guys saw, I spent way too much money. I only went in there for one thing. Came down to check the eggs and accidentally let the chickens out, which we were not expecting them to be free range yet. I wanted them to get used to the coop for a little longer. But now we've got chooks out everywhere. I've quickly run and put Maggie, our Kelpie, in, our dog. We got chooks everywhere. Or you picked one up.
I finally caught my baby.
Very cute. Alright, I guess we'll leave them out. We just won't let the kitten or the puppy out at the moment. And I know they'll go in on their own when it's dark. But I just worry about eagles and foxes during the day. We do get a fair bit of foxes. But I guess they're enjoying themselves, so I don't want to.
Went to the water tank.
Yeah, I know these ones have at least stayed close, but the other ones have gone all the way up there. This is what I mean with being snake aware. We just went and checked the eggs, and down here is a lizard, and yes, they're harmless, but that could very well have been a huge snake. You got to be careful, even up here in the top of the roof. You got to be careful that they're not anywhere in here. My chicken coop video is going up tonight, but I forgot to add in there that we did add some rocks in the corners here, because you'll see that the chooks got stuck in there, the little chicks. Well, not chicks, the younger ones. I know someone's probably going to question whether or not we did anything about it, but if you watch the end of that video, you'll see in the background when I'm talking there's rocks here, so yeah. But we'll just let this dude chill there for now. He doesn't annoy the chooks or anything, and I'll go and show you guys what I got from Bunnings. Hey girls. It's funny, these three always stick together. Same breed all stick together. Alright, let's go over to the veggie garden.
Dad's chicken is following you.
It's following.
So I'm making this first garden bed a herb garden. I am going to mix some other herbs into other garden beds because they complement those vegetables, but I'm thinking putting the thyme. We've already got rosemary here, and then I'm going to put some thyme, basil, sage and oregano in this bed. I have also purchased some Thrive, which is a natural organic veggie and herb plant liquid food, which I'm going to mix together with water and pop in here to spray all over the dry garden beds. I also grabbed some tomatoes that are already established. I did pop tomato seedlings that I planted and germinated myself. The kids interrupted me, but for good reason, because the chooks were right here and I snapped a bit of a photo. Go back over here. I did grab some tomatoes already germinated, already established I should say, because the ones that I did seed are going to take a while to establish. Where are they? They're somewhere in here. These are my tomatoes. Oh, this is carrots. Tomatoes are over this side. Hey girls. Tomatoes are in here somewhere, but I think I sort of planted them at the worst time. So I sort of planted my seedlings that I germinated in, I think 2 videos ago, at the worst time, because the next week was a huge heat wave, which is this week, which was only a couple of days after I popped them in, and a lot of them have seemed to die off. I mean, they may come through in a couple of weeks and pop back through the soil, but that's why I've gone and bought some more today already established, because, and I keep using the word established because I don't know another word for it, but these chooks are insane. I'm going to have to make sure they don't eat my veggies. Anyway, I'll show you guys the rest. In here, I originally planted tomatoes and basil, as well as capsicum. But there is only, I can't even see any of the capsicum now. Honestly, that heat wave has killed it. It was 41 degrees this week, and it's now 22 today. So it's a huge difference. We're getting frosts in the morning and extreme heat during the day, and it's sort of killed a few and wiped some out. So I bought some green capsicum. I'm not a fan of red, so I've stuck with the green, hoping the rest does germinate and pop back through, but we'll see. This one's already got dill in here, and there is some growing on that side. I've got carrots around here, and then I'm going to plant some more dill in here because that's Connor's favourite herb.
Like making a dirt bath.
Yep. Excuse me, girl. These are just from leftover. I've been washing them and I've got to pop them away still. I was waiting for them to dry. And then I grabbed some burpless cucumber. I didn't really care which cucumber I got, but just that one was on special. And there's already mint in here, which is sort of dying off because, again, the heat. So I'm going to be putting that plant food through here and making sure the chooks don't eat our food.
These chickens will definitely help us get rid of some of the insects that will eat them all.
That's right. And we haven't named these guys, or these girls I should say, yet, because the chicken coop video is going out tonight. So I can't let you guys know her name yet.
These 3 of those ones,
yeah,
haven't have a name. And the white one doesn't have a name. The black one has a name, and the 2 golden ones.
Yeah.
The 2 golden ones is one called Golden, which is mine. One called Diamond, which is my brother's, Riley. And the black one is called Stevie Nicks.
And whose is that one?
Mum's.
Yeah. Which one's that? Is that Goldie or Diamond? Goldie. Your one?
A white butt.
White butt. I've run inside to get myself some gloves. But it's funny, these ones here, where is the other one? I can hear it. Oh, so at the back here. These bigger ones all stick together, and then the other ones have all huddled over there in the corner. Alright, I'm going to go and plant these vegetable seedlings, and then I'll go and plant the flowers I bought. I haven't even shown you guys them yet. They're so beautiful, but I'll show you in a moment. First of all, put these in, and then take you around to this side to the pot plants. Okay, I finally finished planting. I've popped in all of the seedlings. They look amazing. I love them. It finally looks green in here. I'm about to go and put over the Thrive, which is the plant food, over the top, as well as show you guys the finished product. The finished reveal, I guess, of the flowers as well. Before I show you guys the finished result, I just want to say that only 50% of you guys that watch my channel are subscribed. So if you can go down and hit the subscribe button, it would really help. It brings my video up in the algorithm, which means more people watch, which in return helps me because it takes me many hours to make these videos and every little bit helps. So like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, let's get on with the video. So I planted most of the herbs in here, as well as a few cucumbers and the tomatoes so they can climb up here eventually. I've also put in the capsicum. There's a little bit of basil over there. There is some seedlings that are already there. They just haven't popped through. You can see one terrible looking one right there. I've got some hope for those that they're going to still continue growing, so I've sort of just left that space. There are some original carrots growing in through here, as well as a tiny bit of dill. I've put the new dill in and another capsicum here because I ran out. By the way, capsicum is pepper for those that are in the US or Canada. I put pepper there as well as over here. I just ran out of room, so there's one there. And then there's some carrots all through here. And then this one mostly consists of mint. And then all cucumbers, and they're spaced out so far because they're supposed to be spaced 50 centimeters apart apparently, so there you go. Okay, so you guys know that this one here is trying to come through the bottom. I need to fix these up before I pop them in. And then I've got some lavender here. And then over this side is the pot plant that had the lemon tree in that I showed you guys in a video previously. Dad has transplanted that lemon plant. The rest of the flowers died from the heat. So I've gone and bought these beautiful flowers here, as well as this succulent. I know someone's going to ask me what these are, so here's the named card in case you guys are wondering. Celosia Fireworks, I'm probably butchering that. And then here is this one. I'm not even going to pronounce it. You guys can Google search that one. But it's really pretty and I just thought it would look nice together with this one. I also purchased this mist and feed. Apparently it's great for flowers. Thought I'd give it a go. It was like $5. We're not having very good luck out here with the non-native plants, so they just keep dying on me, and I just thought that may help. So Dad's getting some wiring done at the moment, which meant he's had to drill a massive hole in the ground over the other side of this big shed here. So yeah, I'm having to climb over this and get in this way. Watch out for the snakies, to go and get the quad bike, because I can't drive the ute around the other side of this shed at the moment because there's like a massive hole there. But like you would have seen in the other video, this is the bit of a mess of the sheep yards we're gonna fix up. So at the start of this video I started off by explaining fire safety in Australia, and at the moment we have so many leaves that have fallen down from the gum trees, the white gums and stuff, so we need to clean them up, not only for fire safety but also snakes hide under them and it just looks neater. So I'm coming over here to pick up the quad bike, and I'm trying to look for the little trailer that goes around it, as well as I'm going to head out into the paddock in a second. I'll explain that when I'm out there, basically to look for some sheep, but I'll take you guys with me. But for now, I need to look for this little trailer that gets towed behind the quad. Also, Dad saw a massive eastern brown snake in here the other day. He said it went so freaking fast. Yeah, a little weary of being in here. I mean, it's probably come and gone, but yeah, just very, very careful, mindful where I'm stepping in here. Sweet, I found it. Now to drag it out. Oh, it's really, really light. I should probably make sure there's no snakes around that before I start yanking on stuff. Yeah, that's easy to bring down. Just don't want to take that container with me. So Dad's had a few things, big things wired up. So I can't obviously get across over to this side. So I'm going to have to go and open up those big doors I showed you at the start and take this trailer around, which is a real pain in the butt. But you got to do what you got to do. Open up these big massive doors now. Okay, I was about to open up the doors, a massive red back there. Not a huge deal. But there's a big web across here, so if I walk across, it's going to sling onto my clothes. The redbacks are venomous, poisonous. They're only tiny though, like there's my hand. But yeah, not nice. There's a few on there actually. There's another one. Can't really see. You see the little red back on it. So everyone's always scared of the huntsmans, which yes, they terrify me. But it's actually these ones are the ones that you got to be scared of, because huntsmans aren't actually poisonous. There we go. Now this one. Oh, and if you're wondering how on earth I'm doing this, I'm standing on the tractor blade at the front. The grader blade. Got it sitting here. We did it. Yes, the first rule of farming is shut the gate, but we've only got 2 sheep in here, and I'll explain that in a sec. So I've turned the quad off just to explain to you. My dad's popped random signs in random paddocks, and they say our names. So this is Riley's paddock here, his gateway, sorry, my son. And then we all have different names for all our family members, different gates. Okay, I just watched back that footage to see if you guys could actually hear me, and realised that my top half was half hanging out. So I'm probably going to have to censor that out. I need to do up this button actually. Yeah, so I'm out here because, well, some of you will know that my dad had his mate keeping his sheep here, and he's taken them all away, but he missed 2. So it's been a couple of days. We've had a heat wave. I'm going to go out and just make sure they're okay, make sure they're still in the paddocks. And it's just a nice night to go for a bit of a drive. It's been 35 degrees today, and the sun's going down and the shadows on the paddocks look really pretty, and I just thought I'd head out here anyway. Plus I needed to grab the quad for tomorrow's task. Sheep are all good, but that's why I don't really wear my Cobra that much. Like, I know it's such an iconic Australian hat, but it's alright for around the garden and doing things like fencing or things like that, cleaning troughs. But as soon as you pick up speed, like on a horse or a trail, on a quad bike or a bike, it just flies off me. And I know other people don't have that issue. And I also tuck this back bit here up. I've bought smaller sizes. Doesn't make a difference for me. It's really annoying, which is probably why you guys see me in a cap quite a lot too. But thought today was a nice day to put my Cooper on. But anyway, putting this little trailer on, I'm going to take it over to the house and I'm going to shut these big doors, and I'll see you guys tomorrow nice and early to start putting leaves in here.
Alright, it's the next day. We're out in the big shed again and I'm looking for the family Christmas tree. But I've just come across my dad's Christmas lights and he's used a beer can to wrap them in. Very Aussie dad.
Nutcrackers.
Oh, the nutcrackers, yeah. So we were going to buy a new tree this year, but we've left it a little late since it's already the first week of December and everywhere's sold out. So this is my family Christmas tree. And I was wanting one with snow on the edges. A bit different, but maybe next year. Great, battery's gone. This is just the longest thing ever to get the trailer going. Found some jumper leaves. Just got to untie them all from the big knot. Okay, Connor, I'm not tall enough to, I'm gonna have to stand on the lawnmower. There we go. Got it. Short girl problems. Annoying. I came here yesterday with the intention to bring the quad over with the trailer, the little tip trailer. Could not find, bless you, could not find the adapter that goes onto the tow ball part. So then Dad said, oh, just chuck it onto the lawnmower. And now the lawnmower blades are stuffed and they're making a terrible noise. And then we had to jump start it as well. So I don't know what I'm going to, I could walk it to the paddock.
Excuse me.
No, you shouldn't.
Why are you doing that voice? Alright, we're literally just gonna pull it. You guys take it. That's a big, long video. That was for nothing. Nothing happened. But a bit of whoa, it's loud. Bit of entertainment for you guys. Now to get over here with Connor's help.
Get